Right, am I on? Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Right, hello everyone. Yeah, so this has been a requested video, how to start the plants up with the chemicals active. As you can see, I have the chemicals active. If you're new to Nuclearis, this game, don't activate the chemicals because they'll just drive you nuts. So like I said, it's just same as before. Switch everything on. Are we on the grid? Are we on the... Oh, well, crappy generator to deal with. That's fine. So like I said before, switch everything on. It's probably going to be quite a long video. Switch everything on, and while I'm turning everything on, I'll just request start operations to the grid, like so. So switch everything on. You'll hear, you know when it's on. You'll hear it all. You'll hear it go. You'll hear it all fizz up. Right, vacuum pump. So same as before, put your vacuum pump on. Once you've filled that up, you won't need to touch that ever again. Where's my circuit breaker? Of course it's open, silly me. Oh, so yeah, I'll walk you all through it. Switch everything on. Did I not turn the pressurizer on? No, I did not. What a silly Billy I am. Thought I had. So I'll turn everything on. That should all be good now. Didn't turn the operator. Didn't turn. Right, so like I say, you will request stuff. So yeah, we'll confirm shortly. That's great. That's fine. I've got a few things to do anyway. Put your vacuum pump on. Now your steam gens also need to be full, so turn your condenser on. This condenser takes a while, so turn that on. We are on loop 3 because we've only got one loop at the moment. Turn that on, put that on slow. Then your coolant will start. Yeah, there you go. Right, so how chemicals work in a nuclear power plant. See now, there is no xenon or anything in the reactor. So what time? 10 in the morning. God, I better get going then. Right, so this here tells you how much xenon is in your reactor. Now, xenon is something you don't want too much of it in your reactor. If you want to know how that worked out, well, yeah, I think we know that. So the vacuum pump's done. Once you've done the vacuum pump, you don't need to touch that ever again. I'll leave the condenser filling. Since you've only got one loop, when you first start, you don't need to worry too much about the condenser. I'll just quickly go down to the, I'm going to go up to the internal supply. There you go. So, up to the internal supply. Just leave the condenser on a minute. That's no bother. Right, so if you go in here, you get like points of stuff. That crappy generator. Yep, cool. That's good. I need 10,000. I need 10,000 quid so I can upgrade him. Now, the easiest thing, if you're not sure what to do with the rods, is to upgrade this guy here, and he'll well, switch him on first. So, hi.
My name is Al.
Yeah, I know.
And I am the operations assistant.
Yes, I know, Al.
The plant is ready to go into operation. If you need my help, please let me know.
No, I don't need your help. Go away. Anyway, so, well, I will in a bit, yeah, but this, Al is one of the most helpful people you can ever have in this power plant. He maintains everything and he keeps it all going. So while that condenser's filling up, which does take quite a while. Oh, I didn't notice that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Wow. Oh, I'll try and get my name on there. That's pretty cool, that. So this here is the chemical room. Now, cool, yeah. Now this here is your boron dosing pump. Now you don't want Al's gonna come in here now in a second. Right, I'm just getting stuff set up. Shut your ears. Okay, that door is quite good. It's quieting the door down. Now these valves, these are the valves where when you get your boric acid and your sodium hydroxide delivery. You can leave these open all the time. It doesn't affect your reactor or anything. Now, like I said before, if you're new to this game, don't enable the chemical plant. Don't enable the chemicals because they are hard work if you're new to the game for you. So let's just quickly get a few things done now. Let's just see if I can upgrade him. Now I want to. Just got enough. Right, so like I said, if you're not sure what to put the rods at when you do the chemical updates, then just like I've done, just upgrade Al, and he'll do it for you. Now we need to go on the grid. So like I said, it's easy. It is pretty. It's like normal, but you do need to use the chemicals. You need to put boric acid in your reactor, and I don't think there's any in it. So, oops. So let's just how much is in? None. Right, cool. So put your pump on about 50. Maximum is 50. On there. Then that will start dosing. Fuel's unloaded. Right, then switch it onto normal mode.
New operating mode established. Nominal mode.
Go over here, transfer fuel block 1. Set. Really? Alright. Alright, do you know what? If it misbehaves, then just do this.
Security restrictions have
Shut
been
up.
overridden.
It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. So that's now in the core. So that's it. So the fuel should be loaded now. It should say fuel loaded. That condenser's rather full. Right, shut your condenser off now. That's dosing boron in the reactor. That's good. That's good. We should be alright for a minute. Yeah, that's. Switch your gens onto automatic. Did I put the fuel block in? Introduce fuel block. Yeah, I did. Right, okay. Right, yeah. You can override it if you want. I mean, it's not the wise idea, but you can always put. So now put your pressurizer on, your heaters on. Put them on high if you want. Now, if you're not sure which one to put your rods, excuse me. If you're not sure, resist the back one. Make sure your resistors are on. Now, if you're not sure which to set your rods at, like I said, you can get Al to do it. He'll sort it out. It's easier actually with the chemicals because he will set the rods so your reactor will run all the time for a lot of time. Now see, now this, like I said just then, xenon is something you really don't want in your reactor. Yeah, that's what you don't want in your reactor. Now when this gets up to temperature, I'll tell Al to get going on the rods. So we're starting now. So it wants us to start, but we can't at the moment because we're waiting for the pressure. I'm waiting for the pressurizer to get up to the pressure. Yeah, so xenon is what it is. Xenon is what's called a reactor poison. Now, if you have to keep your eye on how much xenon is in your reactor, because if too much will poison it. That's what happened in a certain power plant in Ukraine, in Chernobyl. The reactor was xenon poisoned, and there were, you know, too many rods got taken out and or faulty reactor design or blah blah blah. You know what happens. But the top and bottom of it, it was xenon poison. That's how it went. So when this pressurizer's up, which it should be in a minute. Wait, I have to wait for the temperature. We should have been online now, but it doesn't matter. I can hear rods moving. Alright. My pressurizer is like quite easy to control yourself. I mean, if you don't want to, I mean, doing the rods on the without the chemical update is easy. But if you're not sure, like I just said, if you're not sure where to put the rods, you can just ask Al to do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask Al to stop.
Operator, I'm taking control
Yeah,
of the
you
control
do that.
rods to stabilize
Just
the
put these on.
reactor core and keep it within operating parameters. Operator, I can no longer control the control rods. The difference between the current core temperature and the operating temperature is too high.
What? What? That's me. Maybe the heaters. I've put the heaters on. I've left the heaters on too long. Come on, you. Right. Anyway. All right. Anyway. All right. So that's top and bottom. So when that's that will put. Let's turn the pump on. So you also need to do the filter pump as well. So I'll start it off and I'll put him on the rods when stuff's stabilized. So just put your rods on about 94. Hit that. As soon as the fission control happens, like so, you'll hit it go boom in a second. Or you put right. As soon as it starts booting in a second. Right, I think that's enough boric acid now. There you go. Now the reactor's online now, so it will start generating. So as soon as it starts generating,
Its status has changed.
hit your circuit breaker on close. As soon as it does that, hit your circuit breaker on close, otherwise it will start. There you go. Simple as that, guys. It's the same. You've just got to make sure you haven't got too much xenon in your reactor. Now let's just see what that one's doing. I think I can stop that now. I don't think that's really. Yeah, that doesn't need to be full. Let's just stop that dosing pump, that boron pump. Otherwise, it's gonna. Yeah, so same as that. So just when it's finally stabilized, keep your eye on things. Oh yeah, and start your secondary cooling circuit now. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of steam alarms. That should start booting up in a second. Keep forgetting I've only got one loop installed on this because this is the brand new save. Now in a minute. When it's quite ready. So if said, just put your rods on 94. If it's taking its time, take some rods out, put them on like 91 or something. Take a few of the rods out, if it's taking its time, because don't, you know, the chems are, she's thinking it's actually, so in a second you'll see it generating electricity. So it's the same, as long as you just keep your eye on the xenon, which if you get a lot of, if you get a heat, then the xenon won't be well, it'll be an issue. But see what this will do, this will got this iodine, as you can see now, there's no xenon in it at the moment. There's iodine's okay, iodine's not so bad, iodine's alright. Iodine eventually will turn into xenon, but eventually, let's see if Al will come do the rods for me now, so I could do with him.
Operator, I'm taking control of the control rods to stabilize the reactor core and keep it within operating parameters. Operator, I can no longer control the control rods. The difference between the current core temperature and the operating temperature is too high.
Right, well, I don't know why he's saying that, but okay. So now it will start generating energy. Now that will start getting the turbine now. The turbine's going bad at the moment. Don't worry about it. As long as your circuit breaker's closed, you'll be good. Al, why are you not doing the control rods? I don't get you. Usually you do. We hear the turbine going mad now, because it's only got, we've only got one turbine. There you go, we're generating energy now, as you can see. Yeah, it's basically the same really. So I can bottom of it. I mean, you can run this all on your own. You don't really, I mean, you can, Al's helpful, but you can run this all on your own. So what it will do in a minute, when it starts generating energy, which it is, gets about 200, 300, it will get to what's called a stable RPM. When it gets to a stable RPM, the gyroscope doesn't work. It does and it doesn't. So when it gets to stable RPM, which it will in a minute when it's finished getting up to speed, I could. So that pressurizer, you don't need to, once you've heated it up, you don't really need to, you just keep your eye on it and just, you know, make sure it doesn't, it's operating temperature, operating pressure, which is good. Hopefully Al will come and control the rods now, hopefully. Well, it's not. So he gets to 300, let's see we're generating electricity now. Come on, Al. Come on, mate. I could do with you doing the rods.
Operator, I'm taking control of the control rods to stabilize the reactor core and keep it within operating parameters.
There you go. Right. Okay. So when you've boosted it up yourself, it gets to about 300 degrees. Then he will come and right. I've got it now. Then okay. So now he will come and control them. Now, yeah. So that's pretty much all there is to it with the chemical update. Yeah. What you've got to do is just keep your eye on the pressurizer now, and he'll do the rest. That's pretty much it, really. Pressurizer, it doesn't need much playing with. You can pressurize. You can, once you've pressurized the reactor, you can generally just leave it alone. So what I will do is he'll make sure the reactor's running at 340, 350. That's what he'll do. He'll start with the rods. Now, when it gets to a time when he has to put the rods on like 5, that's when you shut the reactor down and get rid of the xenon, if you get what I mean. Now, because we're only on loop, the turbine's not going to be generating that much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the chemical bit. Oh no, I'm going to go in I'm going to go in the turbine room. So once you pressurize the pressurizer, just keep your eye on it. Like the easiest thing, like what I'm doing, is get Al to control the rods. I mean, you can do it yourself, without the chemical update, but the chemical update is quite hard to control the rods, so Al's best doing it. Just upgrade him, let him do it, and then keep your eye on the pressurizer. The pressurizer doesn't need much controlling. I think I've overdosed that. Have I overdosed that? No, I haven't. So like I said, this boron in reserve, this is what, like the xenon is what you don't want in a reactor. Xenon's not good for a reactor. Turbo, the only turbine we've got wearing its arse off. So yeah, xenon is, like I just said, is not good for a nuclear reactor. So just keep your eye on the xenon. And like I'll repeat myself again, as always. Why have I been a moron and turned the wrong fucking pump on? I have, haven't I? Oh god. Right, go back in the control room and turn the other pump on. Yeah, so I keep forgetting it's pump 1, isn't it? I turned the wrong pump on, I'm an idiot. Anyway, before the steam alarm preferably starts going off. So yeah, like I said, it's alright. You just get Al to help with the control rods, and then just keep your eye on the pressurizer, and everything will be hunky-dory. No, that's the right one. Why is it not? Pump 3, I've got pump 3 on. Someone did not start the cooling pump. Yeah, idiot did not do that, did he? Why did I do that? What did I do? I did that wrong. Why did I do that? I'm an idiot. I know it's slow. I'm dealing with it now. Oh, don't start with a bloody alarm, will you? See, now there's a little bit of xenon coming in the reactor. So when it comes to a time where Al has to literally put the rods in 2%, that's the time to shut off. And I mean, there's no power in it. Oops. I'm an idiot. That's what you call a schoolboy error. Anyway, regardless of me doing that, everything's all right now. Cool. Right, are we on pump 1's this one, isn't it? So pump 3. I'm used to have the full loops, you see, so that's kind of confused me a bit. Yeah, so the pressurizer, it's all right. You just need to keep looking at it every now and again. It will drop pressure as you generate. Look at that. As you generate power, so just keep your eye on that. So that's pretty much how you do it, really. Just keep your eye on your xenon as well. I mean, since Al's doing the rods, you don't really need to worry about the xenon too much. He will only do the rods once the reactor's up to 300 degrees, and after that he won't. What the hell's going on here? Why are you not? Right, this gyroscope now does not really work. I mean, it kind of does and kind of doesn't. So it needs it so you can hold the camera view like you used to be able to and synchronize it, which you can't right now. But it doesn't matter. It's even if you don't synchronize it, it's the plant still runs the power anyway. So it's not really a drama. Yeah, so just make sure that's dosed up. Keep your eye on your xenon in the reactor. Make sure you turn your pumps on, which someone almost didn't. So see the blue stuff there is xenon. That's what you don't really want in your reactor. Now, a little bit of xenon's fine. That's not an issue. Sorry, Alice, let me. Okay. See, it's 0. So if you try and keep your reactor over 350, it will burn quite a bit of xenon off top and bottom of it. Yeah, and don't, you know, sometimes, like I said, you do have to override stuff. So yeah, that's top and bottom how you do it, really. That's how you started up with the chemicals enabled. Same way you started up normally. And make sure you don't forget to turn your pumps on, which I forgot to do. So you can just leave Al doing the rods, and the pressurizer. Yeah, just keep your eye on the heaters, really. Just you don't need to stand guard it. It won't drop, like drastically drop, like really drop bad. But you know it will. You know. Now to order, you don't know how to order your boric acid. You don't need to order it straight away. Just go on supplies and spare parts, sodium. You just need to click on one. I haven't got enough to refill it at the moment, but say it's 7,500 to refill it. It lasts for absolute ages as well. You just need to click on one, and then he'll come and refill both of them. So you don't need to click on two. So it's basically the same way as doing it without the chemical update. That's the top and bottom of it, really. Like I say, the pressurizer. Once you've got the heaters up on it, you don't need to sit and nurse it. Or you don't need to sit and babysit it, you know. Just every now and again, just have a glance at it, make sure the pressure's not dropped too much, EXT or the valves are not, you know. So yeah. Now, like this guy is brilliant. He will help you so much. So when he does have to eventually get the rods down to 10%, that is the time to start shutting down and yeah, clearing out. Now what I will do, if you've got a lot of xenon in your reactor, what he'll do is he will get the xenon out as well. It's not the same as it is on the normal mode where the xenon's not an issue. On this it is. So yeah, we are generating exactly what they want. Cool. Yeah, so I hope this video was alright for you. Like I said, it's the same way as starting it up. You've just gotta keep the xenon levels low. And if you are new to the game, I wouldn't suggest using the chemical update. It is a bit of a thingy. Borons, so just dose borons. Iodine's not really a problem. Xenon, I mean, even a tiny bit of xenon in your reactor's not really an issue. Like I'll just shove Al out of the way a minute. Al, AO, as he's called. I call him Al. I don't know why, I just do. Yeah, and that's it. So just try, you know, and like I just said, once Al's has to literally, whoops. Oh, we need some heaters. So just obviously keep. You don't need to babysit this. Just keep your eye on it a little bit, so you know you get everything doesn't drop. But yeah, the easiest way to not blow your reactor is to get Al to do the rods in the chemical up when you've got the chemicals active. You haven't got the chemicals active. You can just basically put the rods on 95 and just leave it running at 95. You don't even, well, you need Al, but I mean usually you can get him doing the pressurize and stuff. But like as you can clearly see, the pressurizer is not the hardest thing to operate. Or you can get him doing the pressurizer, you do the rods. But I've noticed with the chemical update, if you control the rods, I kind of send the reactor into meltdown. So that's why I've got him doing it. And if you upgrade him again, you can even, I haven't got the money to upgrade him so much, but you can where am I now? Set up. You can put him to do emergency stop if required. This is Start of emergency stop protocol. I haven't got. Yeah, so I haven't got the money. So what he'll do then is he'll put well, this is basically exactly as it says. He'll basically scram the reactor if anything goes wrong. He'll basically scram the reactor. You can get him to pressurizer, which doesn't really matter if you want him to do the pressurizer. 10,000, I've got the money for it anyway. I've got the prestige points for it anyway. So yeah, you can get him to do quite a lot of stuff, and then he does go around and generate stuff as well. You know, and he's really helpful to have around the plant. even though he can be a pain in the arse bot, he's like really helpful to have around the plant. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. I hope this was beneficial for you. I really hope it was. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Just have him doing the rods, and everything should be tickety-boo for you. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. I know you've been asking me when I'm next streaming. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know when I'm next streaming on Twitch. I don't know. I mean, I still like doing it, but I'm somewhat kind of falling out of love with it now, and I will start it again. No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, I hope this was okay for you, and hopefully now you've got an actual inkling or how to start it up with the chemical update. It's the same as anything, you know. You just got to dose your reactor with boric acid and try and keep the xenon out of it, which Al's doing so very good at the moment. So, like I just said, you know, comes the time where Al has to put the rods in, like take the rods out to 5%. That's a good time to shut down and get him to do the maintenance protocol. When he does the maintenance protocol, he does clear. You can flush if you have too much boric acid in your reactor. You can flush it out if you want to, but it doesn't flush the xenon out though. It does not flush the xenon. It just flushes the boric acid out. So yeah. So that's the top and bottom of it. So I hope this video was okay for you, so you can understand how to get your reactor going with the chemicals enabled. Like I'll say this, I've said it enough, and I'll say it again. If you're a new player to nuclear res, don't use the chemical mode. It will just drive you bats. It does give you a pre-warning if you do click chemicals as well. It will just drive you bats. Anyway, guys, you take care, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.